Hi, I'm Sarah from The Odd Comics. It's a pleasure to have you here with us in London. So just give us a brief intro to the second chapter of the Rebel Moon universe. What can people expect going in?
Well, it's the conclusion of this part of the story, which is very much Cora's story, I think. You will get a lot more information about all of the characters that you've been introduced to in part one, the reason why they're there, the reason why they're rebels, and why it's so important for them to rise up and have this revolution, I guess. And so there's a lot of battles, a lot of, coming to terms with stuff. Yeah.
It must have been funny for you guys because you shot both movies back to back. The anticipation of like everyone seeing the first one and then waiting for the second to come out. How's that experience been for you?
Yeah, well, we did shoot back to back. My shoot was about 6 weeks long, and it was all sort of out of sync anyway. The nature of my characters over the course of about 30 years, so I'm sort of dipping into different age brackets all the time. So actually what's fun for me is to watch the film in order, you know, in a chronological order, go, oh yeah, that's the story, because actually I was all over the place, to be honest.
Reading about this R-rated version that you're also doing alongside, just to, if things weren't complicated enough.
Yeah.
So curious to see that. And what was that like? Does that ever get confusing? And what do you think the reason behind doing that is?
Well, to be honest, I reckon we shot the R-rated version most of the time. So there would be, swear words and a lot more violence, a lot more brutality. And then at the end, we would go, oh, let's make sure we get a take for the PG-13. So actually, I'm really excited to see the R-rated version. A, because it's longer, more expansive. But it's because it's what I recall filming, if that makes sense. But it's going to be, we dive deeper, we go darker. It's fully fledged. It's going to be really, really, really exciting.
It's such a phenomenal cast, very much an ensemble cast, but particularly Sophia. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, also just seeing a female protagonist like her, just so badass. I mean, what was it like working with these people, particularly Sophia?
Oh, she's phenomenal. Like such a wonderful, wonderful, as you say, powerful female character, a powerful performance from Sophia. She was really inspiring, really, really hardworking. It's just like it's class to have a character like that lead this story. It's going to be inspiring for young girls and young boys and everybody, really.
And in terms of, what people can take away and also diving into a really completely original story in this sort of sci-fi genre, it just feels really exciting. And why do you think people love coming back to the genre so much?
This is something that we'll always have, Art it's a mirror that is put up against life to sort of make us think about things, but having it in this other universe and planets far, far away, it gives us enough distance, but actually it's about human things and human traits and human problems and human issues. It makes it a bit safer to deal with those issues when they're set in space, but actually it's very close to home, really. I don't think I'm very like Bradbury, and that I'm not a maniac, genocidal dictator, but it can be fun to explore those sides of yourself that you otherwise wouldn't really entertain. I stole chewing gum from a shop when I was a kid, and my mum taught me chewing gum in the backseat of the car, and she made me apologise, and I'm weeping that was pretty rebellious for a second. When I was a kid, I went into the shower, it was really, really hot, and I went out, I tripped over and landed on the rim of the toilet, and I was gushing blood, got stitches. Yeah, that is my war wound.